Hey everyone, it's Kiki from Kiki's Paper Crafts. I'm back with another album walkthrough for you. I have two albums. I designed these albums, so I will be able to put up a tutorial for you, and that'll be coming later. I wanted to go through them, both of them, because they're slight variations because of who they're going to. One person didn't go to as many parks as we did, and she arrived later. The other one is going to a couple, and they were there the entire time that we were there, so they have more pictures together. So we're going to walk through this album first because the only slight variations are things were taken away. So we'll start with the cover. I love a shaker, and instead of doing the silhouette of the castle, which I have done in the past, I decided to just do a block and have the castle be where you can see the shaker bits. So you can see there's a lot of confetti in it, which has been sticking, very static clingy, but it's always fun to have a shaker. The one thing that I wanted with this is when the album is open, it doesn't lay as flat because this is quite chunky to fit the beads in. So in order to counteract that, it's on magnets. And because when it's taken away, it would have just been a big red square, I added a little bit of a hidden Mickey and a castle underneath here. So when it is taken off, there is something else still there. The spine is layered Mickeys. I have a punch that I can just punch out, and these are not all the same sizes, or the only sizes that's in that punch. I believe it's EK Success, but I'll link it. So I used that. It's 4 layers of paper to make it so it's a little bit more dimensional. And then on the back, I used my hexagon punch again. And I love having all of the different papers that were used expressed on the back of the album. And it gives it a little bit more um, variety than if there was just one paper that I liked. The problem with that is that I didn't have a full sheet of paper to put on the back, so I just hodgepodged this all together with the different ones that I used in the album. So as we go through it, I'll just take this off and set it off to the side. We'll start with, I used Echo Park. Not anything specific. I think it Wish Upon a Star 2. I used the 6x6. So most of it is 6x6. Some of it is a 12x12 pack because the album itself is bigger than what a 6x6 would cover. So this one it's a little bit longer. I believe it's 7.5 by 6.5. And then it has a 2.5-inch spine. So it's a little bit wider than the other album. And that's because this one has inserts and the other one doesn't. So we'll start off on the inside cover. I wanted something where they were able to just put a picture down and just do some paper piecing. So it was very simple for them. This is not pasted down all the way so that they can slip it underneath, and this is not down all the way so they can tuck it in if they would like. This pulls down, and then this goes up, and I let the paper do a lot of the work. I do have a lot of different dies, so that's what these are from. I believe I got these from Temu. And then this pulls out. This opens, and then there's a tag in here, and they are able to stick any pictures or anything that they want. I just wanted to give them a tag. And then this opens up. This is from the 4x4 cutter parts. I put together a lot of the collections I've used. I've made this album for like 6 people. So I've used a lot of different varieties of Echo Park Disney theme park paper. So I did have some things left. So the 4x4 cut apart is from a 12x12 pack. I don't know which one. This opens. I love the fireworks and I wanted to incorporate yellow. So The 6x6, the mega pad comes with different solid color papers in it. I didn't use that until much later. I just had a 24-page one. So this coordinates with the fireworks inside. And then this is where we meet a little bit of a snafu. For the most part, it's fine, but these keep getting caught on each other when the album is opened if it's not paid attention to. So things like that happen. Didn't expect it to happen, does it on both of them. And instead of trying to fiddle with it and fix it, I'm just going to let the people know that that's what happens. And then they can just put their hand in here when they open it and it won't have any problem. So these pull down or up, and then it opens um, like this. And it's pretty plain inside, but it's perfectly fine for a picture to go there. And then these also open this way. And then this page. And I have a border punch for this, so I just use that. I popped this up on foam. Can't really see, but I have a die for this. I popped it up on foam. I used black VersaFine ink, and then I embossed it with embossing powder. And then there is a mat for them. For this one, I used a sticker from the sticker pack. And then it opens up and there is a mat in there for them to put a picture on. And then these pull out and they tuck back in quite easily, actually. And then the belly band back here, I used stickers from the sticker pack. And then I have coordinating paperwork or coordinating photo mats. And then for this is actually different for each album. I thought that they would have more pictures to have a waterfall. So it's just a very simple, I was gonna say manual waterfall, but it's just a very simple waterfall. Not anything, I didn't want to put any paper on it because it would be, it could become too bulky and I was running out. I actually had to order another pack. It's how I got the mega pad from Wish Upon a Star when Echo Park was having a sale. So that I could finish the albums. I have been working on these since May. I started working on these, and then I cut in. So I think maybe I started in April. I cut in with the baby album. I finished that in May, and then I started back on these again. But I do work a full-time job, so I do these in the in between when I'm off or on the weekends. So we'll go to the next one. And like I said, it's very similar. The front cover comes off, and then so you can see the shaker of it a bit more. That comes off. You have the same spine with the Mickeys, and then really the only thing that's different about this is how I put down the hexagons. It's the same paper. It's just how I put them down. So it's the same idea though. So we'll start open up in the front. Here is the front inside cover. These are not down all the way, so she can slip a picture underneath, and this is not down all the way, so she can tuck a photo in if she would like. And then these are the same as the other album. I believe the only thing that's different is either the circle on the last one is black and the Mickey is white, or the circle is black and the Mickey is gold, something like that. But it's the same for the most part. And these pull up and down. And then these do not have inserts. So this album is a quarter of an inch. I think it's 7 by 7, 7 by 6.5, 6.5 by 6.5, something like that. It's, I guess I could measure it. 7 by 7. So the last one must be 7.5 by 7. So she has this tag. I coordinated the in between the gusset paper and the back paper for that. So it just gets tucked in there, and then this opens. Again, we have a 4x4 from one of the 12x12 packs. And then this opens, and it's the same firework paper as the other album. And then these come down. These have the same problem. I just put my hand in there when I'm opening it up. It helps immensely that it's the middle of the album. So these open, and then again, they open like this. I have previously, this is the first time that I've used the swing tabs on this album. I have used I've used magnets on these pages before, so I haven't had this problem because it's the first time they have done it. I was trying something new, and I'll figure it out. It could just be the brads that I was using. And then this is slightly different. On the last album, the white tag is foam, popped up on foam. On this one, it's the Mickey head. So it's the same effect, but the Mickey head is popped up on foam and not the white part. And then I used the same VersaFine ink and embossing powder and embossed Wish Upon a Star. And I used one of the Echo Park stamps to do that. I'll find it and link it, but they have so many over there, I don't know which one it's actually called. There's a photo mat in here. And then this opens. I used a sticker from the sticker pack. And then we get to the belly band. And I used stickers from the sticker pack. And on the other album, the stars are over, they're on the opposite sides, but it's the same idea. And then here I did another, it's the same idea that I did previously. The only thing I got these brads from Michael's, and so I used that. And then I just had this little ring in my stash. So I just used that. So it's the same idea as the last one. It just gives more opportunity for photos. So she can put photos in the back if she wants, if there's not enough room. I didn't want to add any more photo mats. I didn't want to make her feel like she had to have more photos if she didn't have enough, because she was only there for a few days. So that's both of these albums. And like I said, I will have a tutorial for them. I don't know why this looks bigger. They're the same size. It's 2.5 inches for the spine, but I will have a tutorial for them out to you soon. Like I said, I work 40 hours a week, if not more, and then try and do stuff. When I'm out of work, I try and craft around the weekends. So it'll be coming soon. I just don't know exactly when. And then I'll also be getting into Halloween things soon. And I do have another baby album that I'm making. So that'll be coming as well. So I hope you enjoy this walkthrough and leave a comment. And I hope to see you come back. Thanks for watching.